Hi everyone, and welcome to Southern Comfort Knits, episode 2. Thank you for coming back after watching the first one and deciding that you might give it another shot. It's been a while between my first episode. You know, I think now I understand what goes into making a podcast, and if you want to do any type of editing, takes a little bit of time. So I'm hoping to get more on a regular schedule after this one so that I can show more progress. But anyway, there's been so much going on since I did my last podcast, which I think was probably about 7 weeks ago. But since then, everyone that was working on the Stephen West shawlography has finished, and oh my God, they are so amazing. I am not a mystery knit along person. I don't like any type of surprises. I want to know exactly what I'm doing, and but I love the way they come out, and I always wish that I would have. But I know that I could not go into it, do any type of surprise going into it. So for anyone who has finished, I love everything that you've done. Let me grab my drink. And I'm using my Chevirel drink cozy. I am a tea drinker, but that's downstairs. I'll get that later. So anyway, let's talk about finished objects since my last podcast. So I finished the outline tee, and let me hold that up. And if I can figure out how to do it, I will insert a picture right here or wherever. So I love this. If you are familiar with this pattern, you will notice that mine has mods, obviously. I only did the drop stitch in the front. I did not do it along the side, and I did not do it in the back. This yarn is Woolmize yarn, and it is, the color's name is Wasabi. I noticed pretty early on that it was going to be big. And it is supposed to be big, but I was worried that it was going to be way too big with all of the additional drop stitches because it just expands it out even more. So that is when I decided to just leave it as is, and I love it like this. Actually, I think this is better for me because I can see wearing this during the summer with a skirt or something and not having to wear anything underneath it. So it's nice and cool. But I really love this, and I will definitely make more of these. Maybe a little bit smaller because this is pretty wide, which is, it's supposed to be big. But I might bring it in just a little bit to make it still a bit oversized, but not quite as large. But I love this one. It's a great pattern. Something else that I have finished is, I don't remember if I had this last time, but I finished a pair of socks that I was making for a friend, and they were a little bit big, a little bit too long, and they were pretty messy. I hadn't done socks in quite a while, and this was my first set back. Probably not the best idea to do a set for a pair that was a gift for someone, and you hadn't knit them in a while. So out of a skein of opal, this part is opal yarn, I'm able to get 2 full-size socks. I think they're full size. We share the same shoe size, luckily, or close to it. So this is the pair for my friend, and it has green toes and a tweedy red heel. So those are finished and ready to go. And they were actually a birthday present. Her birthday is in September, so she will be getting them a little bit late, although she saw the first ones. And then I'm almost finished a sock for my husband, but I think I'm going to rip out the heels and toes. And this is opal yarn as well. And my husband tried these on, and I don't remember exactly what this yarn is. It's some type of fingering Knit Picks yarn that I lost the label to, but it's a little too scratchy and rough. So I think I'm going to rip that out and redo the heel and the toe. And I don't think I brought it upstairs. I did bring it up. Hang on, I picked up some yarn from Michael's today. Okay, sorry about that. I picked up this Cozy Wool Merino, and I don't know if it is fingering. It certainly looks like it. It's a number 3, which I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty close to fingering. So I'm going to try this. It is, I think it was 50% merino. Yeah, 55% superwash merino and 45% anti-pilling acrylic. So I'm going to try this because it's super soft. And I wanted something to have for his heels anyway. He doesn't like the, I always love the bright, crazy color heels. He doesn't love that. So I'm going to try substituting that and see how that goes. So more on that next time. All right. So this is the 3rd time I'm recording this podcast. The first time, I must have had too much caffeine and sugar, because when I went back to edit it and look at it, it was insane. Yeah, it was bad. So I decided to redo it. And then the second time I redid it, like a day later, I went back and I somehow forgot to press the button to start the video. I would be willing to bet $1 million that I did, but clearly I did not. So I don't know what I did wrong. But anyway, so here we are again. And let me tell you about one of the things I talked about in one of the other videos that I did. I think I was wearing this in the video, and this is, of course, I just forgot the name of it. Hold on, I'm checking my iPad as we speak. And I think I did this last year. I finished this one last year. Yeah, this is the Ursa, U-R-S-A, and it's made with bulky yarn. And mine is probably a bracelet length. I think this one is meant to be cropped. I have actually made 2 cropped sweaters since all the cropped craze has begun, and I am just not going to do it. I don't wear cropped sweaters. I thought I would try it and wear like a long just shirt underneath, or I don't wear dresses like some people do, so I'm just not making things cropped anymore. But anyway, this one probably comes right to the top of my jeans. So even if I wear like a t-shirt or something, the t-shirt will peek out a little bit. But I love this. And the yarn that I used for this is EcoView Fiber Mill Recycled Collective. And I think I forgot to mention in the beginning, my name is Lori. My Ravelry name is LP Pearl. So if you want to check out any of these, you can check out LP Pearl. But the yarn I used is recycled. They spin it with recycled bits of yarn, and so it has subtle colors throughout the whole thing. It is just so pretty. I love it. It just gives it a little something extra when you wear it, and it is super warm and cozy. So I would definitely recommend this if you're looking to try something in bulky, or even try this pattern. It is a really nice, fun, easy pattern. All right, let's see what else I've been talking about. Since I filmed my first podcast and the other 2, I had finished a love note, and this would be my second one, and I am doing the Professor Pearl knit along. Now it's funny, I watch her video, and I don't actually participate online in knit-alongs. I generally don't go on and post. I'm just terrible about it, but I do get very inspired and excited to make what everyone else is making. So I made a love note, my second one. And did you ever make something, and I know you do, because I see other podcasters that say this. So I made a love note, And the whole time I'm going along, I'm like, this seems really small. But I looked back and it was the same size that I had made the first time around. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna block out a lot, like a lot. So I got all the way to the end, just with the arms on scrap yarn, got all the way to the end, bound off, blocked it. And the whole time I'm thinking, this can't possibly block that much. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Honestly, it was like toddler size. I don't even know what I was thinking. But when I went back to look at it again, because this yarn is so beautiful, this yarn is from Mace of Skeins. Something, I think it was sometime in April or May, she had this yarn, and I'll show you. And so I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, so I decided to rip it out. Years ago, I had worked with this merino lace type fiber with another fingering yarn, and it just got so tangled up, I ended up throwing it out. But this time I decided I'm going to have a little bit more patience, try to actually rip out very gently, and this one went so smoothly. So it did give me the opportunity to start over. So, but what I realized was, if you've made this, there is a first set of increases and then a second set of increases, and I missed the whole second set of increases. So if I would have done it correctly, the size would have been perfect, but you know how it goes. But anyway, so I decided to make it, but I also decided to make it much bigger. As I've been working on this, I feel like I'm sensitive to this type of hairy yarn, because I feel like it's in my eyes and my throat. I've been coughing and it bothers me. So I also know it would bother my skin. So I went up to a large, extra large, and this is where I am so far. I'm almost ready to, well, probably 2 or 3 more inches, bind off the bottom and then do the sleeves. But isn't this yarn beautiful? Oh, this is Mace of Skeins in Cherry Blossom. And here is the skein. And then the mohair is Knit Picks Aloft. I don't remember the color, but it's on my Ravelry page. But I'm actually loving this. So it'll be interesting once I finally am finished with this to see how it feels to wear it and if it bothers me or makes me cough or sneeze. So I don't know about you guys, but whenever you do something and you love it and you get super excited, you're going to make like 30 more of these. So I have stepped back a moment and decided to wait until I'm finished this before buying more of similar type yarn, or at least the mohair, to see if I can actually wear it. A couple of months ago, I did buy some yarn to test from Knit Picks, and because I had bought the mohair for the other one, I bought 2 of these to see how they would, what I thought of the color to make a sweater. So I'm going to wait before I even break into these to see if that's something I want to do, and if not, then maybe I'll just donate them or give them away or something. So I'm going to hold off on testing that out. So, where's my notes? Move to my notes. So let's talk about upcoming knits or fantasy knits, what I'm thinking about. It has become a little bit chilly here in Charlotte, North Carolina, unseasonably chilly. It's been 30 degrees in the morning some days, which is bizarre. It's usually not this cold this quickly. I don't think it usually gets that cold till maybe January. So it is warm in the afternoon. We've had highs anywhere from 50 to 75. So afternoons are definitely something different, but my husband and I were out one afternoon that was especially chilly, and I had to wear a hat. I didn't have to, but you know, it was cold and I looked cute in it. So it got me thinking about making hats again and how much I love it. So I have one queued up as soon as I finish my love note, hopefully in a week or 2. And I want to make this one. It is called Trinity. Oops, let me hold this way. By Woolly Wormhead. Isn't that cute? It's like a cute little beret. So I'm super inspired. Sorry, I was reading my notes. To start making this beret. And what made me think of that is for Halloween this year, I was French toast. We have a Halloween party, or at least every couple of years. And I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. But I wasn't feeling super into a big costume. I'm looking to see if I can find my picture. Of, you know, getting all into it and hosting a party. It's a lot of work. So I was French toast. So I dressed like a French person with a striped shirt, and then I made toast to wear and my little black beret. And while wearing it, I thought, oh my God, I really love this hat. I totally want to make some cute little berets or things to wear when I go out. So, so that's why I'm going to start doing that. And I have a beautiful yarn. That was a gift from a friend. I think she gave it to me for Christmas last year. And her name is Kristen, Chrisisten on Ravelry, and she actually hosts the Queen City Yarns podcast. So definitely check that out. But she gave this to me, and this is Cannon Hand Dyes. And it is bulky, and it is shades of gray. So I'm going to make that Trinity hat by Woolly Wormhead in this one. So I'm super excited about that. And I desperately want to start it now, but I want to get my love note to a point where I can wear it if I want to. I ordered a pink long sleeve t-shirt type thing from Amazon to wear underneath it because I was afraid that it would make me a little bit itchy. So I wanted something around the same color so it wouldn't change the color at all. The other one that I want to make is Musselburgh, or I can't remember if it's Musselburgh or Musselburgh that everyone is making right now, which is the hat that you knit from one skein of yarn and then you fold it in on itself, and it's just like a double thickness hat. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. The Musselburgh. Let me see if I can find it quickly. And for some reason, I can't think of her name. Yeah, I can't find it. So if I can, I'll put a picture up. So let's talk about other stuff. Oh, let's talk about random stuff. So I did my first advent this year, my first yarn advent, and I did that because, as I said before, I don't like surprises. I like to know exactly what I'm getting. I don't know, I'm just that weird person who likes to know and be able to plan. But I have discovered a yarn dyer that I love so much. I had complete confidence that I would love anything that she made. And she provided an inspiration picture for the yarn advent. And when I saw it, and unfortunately I don't have it, and I was a little disappointed that it did not come in the pack. So you kind of just had it to refer to, but that doesn't matter. But anyway, the yarn dyer is Pineapple Yarn, and she is out of South Carolina, coastal South Carolina. I don't remember which town, but anyway, if you are getting this and you have not opened yours, look away and I'll tell you when to look back. But this is my yarn advent. How gorgeous is that? Oh my God, look at that. I love this yarn dyer. Now, for those of you that may not like these colors, she does do other tonal types of yarn, darker, deeper, richer. I happen to love the Lily Pulitzer colors of yarn. When I lived in Pennsylvania, I wore gray, black, all dark colors. And I feel like when I moved here, I had a rebirth of loving just those brighter colors because you can wear them. It is definitely warmer longer here. This year is definitely unseasonably cool sooner than it usually is, but I just love these colors and I'm so excited. And sorry, I do think I have a problem with merino because now that I've touched it, I can't stop coughing. I'm gonna finish that sweater anyway. So I think what I've decided to do, I was thinking about making just one project with everything because I think the total is about 1,100 or 1,200 yards. But what I've decided to do is make one of 2 Amba O'Brien shawls. And I was going to do the first one. Oh, sorry about that. In the pinks and purples. And then I have a gray that I could use in between. And then I'm going to do something different with the blue and green and gray shades. That one I'm not sure about, but I'm going to do something with the pink one first. So I love it. And I'm so excited to get started on that. I don't know about you guys, but I do not have enough time to knit in my life. I definitely have sometimes analysis paralysis when I do finish a project because there's so many that I want to start and I just want to get started on the next one and get it going. But then I think about, well, do I want to wear it somewhere or not enough time, just not enough time. I'm sure you guys feel the same. Let's see. Some other random things that I've just finished. I just finished the David Grohl book, The Storyteller. That was fantastic. If you like to listen to audiobooks, I would suggest getting the audiobook. It is so good because he reads it himself and he is very animated and just a great storyteller. And I think there are lots of lessons to be learned, which I love. I love someone who can reflect and look back and realize what they could have done better or differently, but it's just a great story. So, and I will be honest with you, I'm not particularly a Nirvana fan, or even a Foo Fighters fan. I do like the Foo Fighters, but I didn't read it because of the Foo Fighters. I just like him personally. And then one that I did get, which I haven't started and I hope to start probably later today because I just finished a different book, is the Will Smith autobiography. So I'm super excited about that. Let me see if I can tell you. Oh, the one that I did for my book club in October. I belong to a neighborhood book club and I hosted for October. And the book that I did was The Lions of New York. And I can always put the name in the show notes for this podcast, but it's The Lions of New York. Such a fantastic book. I love when I get surprised, something completely surprises me in a book. So that one had a great ending and a little bit of a surprise twist. And it's also about a library and someone who's a librarian. So I don't know about you guys. I know I did not realize how much librarians do. And this book definitely surprised me in a lot of ways. So I think that's it for now. I will definitely podcast soon, or sooner than 7 weeks. I'll be back in touch so I can give you updates on my love note and whatever I start next. And thank you so much for stopping in once again. My name on Ravelry is LP Pearl, and take care, and I will talk to you soon.